Atochin chitab Kalenjin eng ketesiet noton neichame nebo Kass TV kakituiye tuan eng tetutiet noton nebo Mung'Aret ak Bandaptai anan biashara. Wednesday neitun eng kila kasitab somok kong'etege sait agenge agoi tor kiwang'u tetutiet. Emetab raini amache ng'alek kotiengei ak usisiet nemiten eng korik noton naat ko gender based violence sakiborenji en emet ibwat ile eng kenyit nekosirtoi kokitaban President William Ruto chepkondok cheite silingisiek million 100 sikeboisien eng kirindaetab usisiet nemiten en korik. Tos agoi nguni komurono chepkondok choton tos lene counties chekomuch kosuldaen keretab biikab emet kobun kibagengeit noton nekitoi nenaat ko Safe Home a Safe Space. Kosibkei noton kotor kemi eng komalo ak senator nekikitoror nebunu county nebo Bomet Joyce Korir. Ine kora ko rubeiwot ab nebo ng'echeret en Parliamentary Service Commission anan PPSC sikomwoe kole tos ne neyoe ko kandoik chebo komosta nebo Bomet amun aenge county nebo Bomet en komoswek anan en county chendoe en komoswek choton chemiten barak usisiet. Komakityon ingetaune logoiwekab emet cheitun en Kass TV. Kainenyu ko Shadrack Mutai. Kakonereki senator nebo Nandi Samson Cherargei bunge noton nebo National Assembly kosibkei ak nekotil rabinik chetat konyor counties en mwaet kole wendi kakutiet noton koweche tetutikab bandaptai chebo counties. Kong'ololdos en taonitab Kapsabet yekangoibe keretab biikab emet kotiengei ak finance bill nebo kenyitab 2025 2026 komwa MPs kondochin MP nebo Kitui Rural Mboni Mwalika kole kotakyingei koib icheket keretab meng'ikab Nandi kotiengei ak proposal netinyegei ak chobetab budget noton nebo kenyini kobun finance bill nebo kenyiniton.
Kong'alaldos eng taonitab Kapsabet yekangoibe keretab meng'ikab county nebo Nandi kotinygei ak finance bill nebo kenyitab 2025-2026 konerekyi senator nebo county nebo Nandi Samson Cherargei National Assembly eng nekale kotil chepkondok chekikochin counties ole kale wendi notok asikowekta let tetutikab bandaptai chebo counties.
I'm aware that the National Assembly rejected our proposal to increase counties 465 billion. As a senator and as a Senate, we are going for mediation. It cannot be that the budget of Kenya is 4 trillion Kenya shillings, yet you want to give counties 401 billion. It is very unfair. And their only argument is corruption. Even national government, there is a lot of corruption. So members of National Assembly must be honest with Kenyans. What are they doing to fight corruption in national government? Because the only excuse is we need, and I'm disappointed because I supported the increment of 465 billion to counties. Because I want more money to come to Mashinani so that we can fix roads, we can fix hospitals, we can buy drugs, we can get young people can go to youth polytechnics. That 4 trillion Kenya shillings is a lot. So if you give only 400 billion to counties, you are killing counties. In fact, my proposal going into the future, we must give counties 50%.
Kamwa MP nebo Kitui Rural Mboni Mwalika kole kararan finance bill nebo 2025-2026 ngiyanie finance bill chekikobata ole kale eng finance bill nebo kenyini kokoityi kamanut biik chekikoba kamung'et kabatik eng kwenutab magutik alak chetinyei kipkosabei ng'alek chekarobeu Senator Samson Cherargei.
When you look at the finance bill, there's a proposal to exempt taxes on retirement benefits. So, because our retirees are old people, they are people who are sickly, and they need money.
I'm happy because the VAT on essential goods like bread, like unga, and many other essential commodities of Kenyans has not been touched. So the issue of VAT has been sorted. Kenyans don't have a problem in paying taxes. Every Kenyan is willing to pay taxes. The only problem that Kenyans have is how their money is being spent. And therefore, even as Kenyans pay taxes, we must move with the speed to ensure we fight corruption and give value for the taxes that Kenyans pay.
Kasom Mwalika biikab emet kosomana kokuyo finance bill notok kole kale mitei alake eng kandoik chekotestai koleta logoiwek chemabo iman kotinygei ak finance bill notok. Ole kamwa MP nebo Keses CPA Julius Ruto ak Paul Biego nebo Jesume kole kokinde tuguk chemokyingei biikab emet finance bill notok kowendi kotoreti eng kayumetab aisurushek.
Try to avoid, I will really hand you the public to try to avoid people who are bringing issues on the finance bill which are not there. There are so many versions of the finance bill which are not correct. But we have managed to give all the participants the copies of the finance bill.
This particular proposal is trying to align and to minimize unnecessary tax expenditure, and trying to ask the question, how does Mwananchi benefit from a tax expenditure? Whenever you give an exemption or a zero rated, how do you transfer the benefit to the people of Kenya?
I would like Kenyans to actually understand that not everything is politics. This is a very good bill and it is going to impact positively to Kenyans. In fact, we are going to gain more revenue from the monies that otherwise we are not getting right now.
Kong'ete taunitab Kapsabet en county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Kakokimit Vice Chancellor noton nebo sukulitab barak nebo Moi Professor Kiplagat Kotut kole wendi koibe kakwautik chekimen asikobit koro kole kaimuch kotelel sukulit noton akowekchigei atebet nekibo tai.
Kongalaldos eng tuyet nekayum kanetik ak ofisaek cheechen chotok chebo Human Resource Management ak International Conference nekatet sukulitab barak noton nebo Moi University eng kibagenge ak University of South Africa. Komwa Vice Chancellor nebo sukulit notok Professor Kiplagat Kotut kole ibe icheket kakwautiet noton nebo kochuchuch kiboitinik eng noton nebo kosuldae boisionikwak eng oret noton neititaat.
In general, in country, there's no secret that there are a few challenges facing the sector, and not just the university sector. You know, many areas of our economy have challenges, not problems. But what we are saying is that these are things that we have what it takes to fix. We are going through this process of trying to restructure the university so that we have a situation where what we receive in terms of income is enough to take care of our expenditure. It's as simple as that. We are trying to do that balance. That means we are trying to see how to enhance efficiency, how to utilize technology to do some of the things that work for us, and how to make sure that this important resource also is taken care of. You know, when you have a situation where sometimes it gets to the end of the month and you are not able to take care of the worker, then that is a failure of the system. So what we are doing is in the best interest of the entire establishment.
Kamwa Kotut kole eng kasarta nekoi kokikobun uindo kiboitinikab sukul notok po Moi kou notok kobendi konyoru melekwekwak eng kasarta neititaat ngot kosuldae istoetab alak eng kiboitinik.
Of course, some things, the decisions that are taken might be a little bit painful, but it is in the best interest. And we see this as something that is not going to take a very long time. I cannot tell you how long, but it's a process. And of course, with the support of government, which we are receiving a lot, the Ministry of the State Department for University Education and Research has been very supportive. The entire cabinet is supportive. Everybody is committed towards ensuring that we actually position Moi University where it is, where it should be. And as you can see from this conference, Moi University is leading in many areas. This is the first HR conference to take place. So we are leading in many ways.
Tokyin ketuyo notok kokimit tilyandit nemie eng kwenutab kiboitinik chebo sukul notok po Moi ak ofisaek alak chotok chebo somanet kobun emoni ak emetab South Africa.
Kongamano hili linafanyika kwa ushirikiano na chuo kikuu cha Venda kule Afrika Kusini, na kama nilivyosema kwamba katika masuala ya rasilimali watu kuna mambo mengi ambayo yanaangaziwa. Tunaangalia mapengo mengi ambayo yanahusu uajiri, masuala ya kuhifadhi wafanyikazi.
Ni njia gani tunaweza kutumia kuhakikisha kwamba tunanufaika zaidi, ama njia gani tunaweza ama mbinu gani tunaweza kutumia kuhakikisha kwamba wale ambao wanatufanyia kazi wanafurahia kazi yao, na vile vile wanapofanya kazi wanafanya kazi kwa ile njia ambayo inafaidi zile organizations zote ambazo zina waajiri.
Management International Conference bring that synergy that we have been looking for. Africa problems are Africa solution based.
In this conference that we started today, we are excited that we are going to have the collaborations with the Moi universities. It will also benefit our students if we can have the exchange programs of our students. It will also benefit when it comes to research. It will help also our community and our African continent as a whole for the research that we are going to do in this publications of the conference papers that we are going to have.
Kong'etegei taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet nebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Kakokoito kurset President William Ruto koityi governors chebo emoni kotestai koamda logoiwek chekosirgei biikab emet eng chong'indo eng tuget nebo SHA. Kong'ololi eng kotab boror anan State House Nairobi komwa kole kotestai kolany koit nebo biik kounotok koba governors kotestai koamda logoiwek choton takyinetab kenyor chong'indab biikab emet chemuch kosirgei eng tuget sikomuch konyoiset noton nebo serikali neikoito serikali eng olyet nemiten ng'weny.
Private hospitals, almost all of them are already registered. All the facilities are registered with SHA.
Correct, Your Excellency.
The problem with the public is that we have so many public facilities that are yet to be registered, which is really unfortunate. Because if you don't register your facility, they don't get the benefit of the refunds, and they don't get the benefit of being given the money.
Yes.
So my request to governors is instruct your CECs and CEOs to make sure and give them a KPI. Any facility in a county that is not registered is a big loss to both the community there and to the whole plan of delivering health, you know?
Kakokon tilet kapkirwok nebo Bomet akobo kirwoket netinyegei ak terchinet nekibit en County Assembly nebo Nyamira kole kikisto en boisiet speaker nekibo county noton Enoch Okari Ogeri en mwaet kele mayai imanda en petition nebo keisto governor nebo county inoton Amos Nyaribo. Kosibkei ak tilet nekakon kirwokindet nebo kapkirwok en Bomet Justice Julius Ngarngar ko Ogero kokisib ng'atutik en istoetab anan ko kimuch kisib ng'atutik en istoetab Okero. Istoetab Okero ko speaker ko king'em mising boisiet nebo County Assembly nebo Nyamira ako kole kimuch ketoi assemblies oeng nekikuren agenge noton nekikuren County Mashinani kikuren County Assembly Mashinani kekerchin ak County Assembly nekimiten en tai komait kobit terchinet en ng'anotet nebo County Assembly inoton.
The said orders address the issue of the resolution passed by the County Assembly of Nyamira touching on suspension of the 7th respondent on 8th of October 2024. These orders did not in any way bar the County Assembly of Nyamira from exercising its constitutional mandate, which is not limited to impeachment of the 7th respondent. Indeed, from the pleadings and the submissions of all parties and analysis of this matter, it is generally agreed that the 7th respondent was impeached on 24th of October 2024. It is then clear that the 7th respondent ceased to hold office on 24th October 2024.
Kakoyanjin serikalit noton nebo county nebo Nakuru eng kibagenge ak alak en kampunisiekab chobetab chaik en county noton nebo keboisien chepkondok chekiyumi chebo ses en chobet noton nebo ortinwek.
Ko oret nebo kekanapta oratunwek mising ko eng wadishek chekimine chaik eng county nebo Nakuru ko kakokoito county notok alak eng oratunwek chetetat kolelit koityi kibagengeitab TSS.
Ses kobo tinet Paulo Ngurwoni Kamalo ak Kiptagich. Ako na namwoe kongoi gavana kabisa amun kinge kakemwochi ongen ole ses yon kakiyum ses kotomo mi ele kemwoe kele boro yu. Yon kakiyum ses koba lolet agenge kepcheitoi en county. Lakini kingebe ak kemwochi kele ses ichu ko lazima kowek ele kiyobu koyonwech.
Kaindochi koratak Deputy Governor nebo County nebo Nakuru David Kass nekamwa kole tetat koib chepkondok cheite million 33 kelelit oratunwek cheite kilomitaishek 27.3 eng wadishek choto.
Namache value nebo rabisiek kyok chebo temik. Kimae value, makimache keyai kit nemonoto.
eng wadit nebo Tinet kotetat keyachi grading, graveling ak kinde culverts oretab Kapket Chepkulo neite kilomitaishek 8 ak oret nebo Sachangwan Kimng'oroch neite kilomitaishek 2. Kamite Deputy Governor ak kandoik alak chebo county nebo Nakuru kondochin MCA nebo Tinet Paul Langat, MCA nebo Amalo Robert Langat eng kwenutab kandoik alak. Aripotenjini logoiwekab emet kong'etege county nebo Nakuru, kainenyu ko Dennis Kipchirchir.
Yekimangu en county nebo Nakuru komosta noton nebo Tinet en komosta nebo Kuresoi South kebendi akoi county noton nebo Elgeyo Marakwet ole kakotoi county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet campaign nebo kinoisechi chemung'arainik cheoldo amitwogik kosub magutikab tililindo ak mung'arosiekwak asikekirinda mionwogik chemuch koib wechet noton nebo tililindo.
Ing kakwautikab koker kole kakanapta tetutikab tililindo eng magaosiek ak kebeberwek alak chekioldoe amitwogik eng county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, kakotoi department nebo tililindo eng county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet campaign nebo kinoisechi chemung'arainik choto akobo magutikab tililindo eng mung'arosiekwai. Kong'ololi eng soketab Iten komo chief officer nebo public health and sanitation eng county noto Caroline Magut kole kakwautiet noto kotokchinigei kirindaetab mionwek cheibu amitwogik chematililen.
Hotelisiek tugul ak trade premises tugul food premises ko kakisoma biikab Elgeyo Marakwet tugul kele kitinye very good intentions ongetoretkei kityo ak committees chechot tugul team nebo public health ak committees tugul chebo all business centers oker ole kakitimisan masharti tugul according to public health act cap 242 ak public health act cap 254 ngotesub masharti tugul ako notices chekakikono ko kotimisan keissue kele kitile mogonjweshek kabisa by 50% anan ko 70 makebendi sipitali. Ama makaran kebendi sipitali tugun chekimuchi kepreventan.
Kasom Magut chemung'arainik choto koibchi kamanutiet neo akosom icheket kosub magutik choto bo tililindo.
Makibwoni keorosanok lakini kakimeche ketoretkei tugul amu checho bichu akoi checho. Ongetoretkei eng kasini kabisa bo tililindo akosub masharti tugul. Makany keng'uskei amu ngeng'uskei keng'ushinigei in afya nebo biikcho. Ako ameche amwa kongoi amu tomo kenyoru achek ng'usetab kei eng biikcho. Biikab Elgeyo Marakwet ko kostoi. Ko business community committee ko kostoi. So ngetoretkei tugul amu afya ko nenyo ako makimuchi ketech emenyo kemiondosi.
Eng komostanyi komwa nebo ngecheret eng kibagengeitab chemung'arainik eng taonitab Iten anan Iten Business Community Matthew Kurui kole makat eng county kokimit chobetab sanitation infrastructure ak letaetab beek chetililen eng taoninoto asi kokanapta chemung'arainik magutik choto bo tililindo koba barak eng taoninoto bo Iten.
Kakeng'ololchigei konetech ng'alekab lekinomtoi ng'alekab amitwogik ak keng'alal akot ng'alekab magatit nenyondet kenai kekere katepto biasharet biik eng oret nekararan anan konam kapangan tugukwai eng oret nemakat eng tililindo. Kokwaibet tililindo ko makosomanech kityo eng public health lazima mbakichek kobanyi biashara ko lazima kesub ak keker kele lekiyae mung'aret kokatebi eng oret nekararan akotebi tugul eng oret nekararan. Kakemwochi kei tugul kele ongetoretkei tugul ak kekelepkei tugul amu kimeche mbani chi nin kemeche mbakine kolong akote kotestai eng oret nekararan. So mami chi nekesukumani kele kakisukuman amu sorta matinye kiy anan kele kakicham nin amu tinye tuguk kakine public health tugul kowendi eng oret nekararan ak kekoshine tugul ak ketech taoninyo amu ngetech taonit kotekakse taoninyo akobabait akobwa toekcho akobobochi taonit amu mami ugonjwa nemi orit eng taoninyo.
Kong'ete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Andrew Kimeto.
Kakisipto kaset nebo kirwoget agenge nebo lakwetab kenyisiek 3 nekibet sobet kosubkei ak nekibokyi segemik eng kenyit nekosirtoi ole kimwaat kele maimuch kora konyor toretet nebo konyoiset eng sipitalit neo nebo Longisa Referral Hospital eng county nebo Bomet. Kosubkei noton konerekis kasiptonoton okilion tononjin familia eng kit nekamwa kole maitito okiliek chetononjin serikalitab county nebo Bomet ak sipitalitab Longisa Referral kapkirwok eng betut nebo kirwoget kit nemoche familia inoton konyorchigei icheket imanda.
Kosubkei ak nekiibet sobet lakwet Daisy Ruth chepng'eno nebo kenyisiek 3 kobun kokwetab Murany Kabaruso en Kembu Ward, county nebo Bomet, kosubkei ak nekiut sekemik ak mwaat kele manyor toretet nebo konyoiset en sipitalitab Longisa Referral, ko kiba kapkirwok familia komoche kikeran ichek. En kirwoket nekatetat kekas en kapkirwok nebo Bomet ko kisipto kosubkei ak nemaimuch koitita kapkirwok okiliek chetelelchin serikalitab county nebo Bomet ak sipitalit nebo Longisa, kiit nemaboiboenchi okiliek chebo familia.
There was a video of a minor, a young child who was stung by bees in their village, and she was taken to Longisa Hospital. When she was taken to Longisa Hospital, she was denied critical emergency medicine, and then also number 2, they were not given an ambulance to be able to transport them. So this child stayed for 7 hours at the casualty where she was writhing in pain, and one of the relatives took a video. It circulated widely, and you could see clearly nurses behind did not give a care in the world that there was a child who was in pain. Unfortunately, on the same day, that child passed while the family were rather taking her to the hospital. They tried taking her to Tenwek, but unfortunately she did not reach there and she passed on.
So the reason IMLU joined on this case is that we are seeking a declaration that the denial of medical treatment amounts to torture. As you know, torture is prohibited in the Constitution under Article 29 and cannot be prohibited under any circumstances under Article 25. Therefore, we are seeking a declaration that the denial of medical treatments amount to torture and related violations. So that is the interest that IMLU has in this case.
Kamwa okiliechoton kondochin Amazon Chepkirui kole boiyoni kosiptoet nekokotestai en kasarta nebo oeng en kit nekamwa kole nyolu konyor imanda familia kou en ng'atutik.
It doesn't matter whether they are from a rich or poor background, but the moment they are taken to the hospital, then they need to be given life-saving measures. So that is basically the gist. And then of course we've looked at the pleadings. We do not wish to go into the case details, but at some point we can see that the petitioners, or rather the respondents, that is Longisa Hospital and Bomet County, did confirm that there was no doctor on site, and in fact the doctor who recommended a referral at 7 a.m. yet this child was admitted at 7 p.m. yet this child was admitted at 1:30 p.m. was consulted over the phone. So how is it that a level 4 hospital lacks a doctor on site?
Kamwa ichek kole nyolu en sipitalisiek koipchi komonut sobetab biik mising ko chemi ng'wony kosubkei ak nemotinye kamuget kocheng toretet en sipitalisiek chemobo serikali.
Actually needs that care and they cannot afford to go to a private hospital. So those are the issues which this petition actually seeks to enlighten, to bring to light. And of course, apart from that, we would like also to see the family of Diana compensated, because I'm very sure they really suffered emotional pain. And then we have the life of a young child which has been cut too early.
Kakisipto kasetab kirwokonoton akoi tarikit 16 arawetab 7 en kenyini. Kong'eten county nebo Bomet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Ndeganet kele wendi kobitu imanda kotinygei ak noton. Kakokimit Safaricom kotesetai kokochin neranik naet koboto konetisiet nebo koboisien muswoknotetab kasari en kasuldaetab boisiet ole kanyor konetisiet neranik kesire 1,000 kobun county nebo Mombasa.
For Safaricom, safety is paramount. And because the youth are very important to us, we thought let's add this cohort into our community of the Safaricom hook to do a number of things. First, to ensure that as youth themselves, they get access to the amazing offers that we have for the youth, affordable access to devices like Lipa Mdogo Mdogo. But because they also want to become entrepreneurs through the various training that they'll get through Safaricom Hook, they get entrepreneurship training. We give them access to our other products like Pochi la Biashara.
Kwanza tumefundishwa juu ya Google, tumefundishwa nimejua kuhusu first aid, nimejua kuhusu Google, how I can find my phone using Google, nimejua how I can store my data using Google, nimejua how to restore my accounts using Google, nimejua vitu vingi tu kuhusiana na Google na Safaricom.
Changamoto ambazo zitanifanya nisiendelee mbele, nitaweza kujifungulia biashara ya kujiajiri mwenyewe kutumia hii asset ambayo nimepata leo. Niko na frango siwezi kuelezea, maana ilikuwa sitarajii kwenda pata hii zawadi. Maana nilipokuwa naanza hiyo project nimepata changamoto. Nimeshift karibu mashine 4 na zilikuwa hazifanyi.
Kakikoito kurset koityi kabatik komuch kobarait kabatisienywan nebo kogol minutik chebo macadamia. Kamwa rubeiwotab President Kithure Kindiki kole miten en nguni siret neyamat ako chobot serikali kokoito keswek koityi kabatik.
We have interventions we are making in the next phase of our transformation of this macadamia value chain around seedling support, expansion of market through promotional activities, through enforcement of the regulatory framework. We are not going to allow the export from Kenya of in-shell macadamia unprocessed. We will not allow. We catch you, we put you in jail. Let us value add, because once value addition takes place, the prices just multiply tenfold. The value, the return. And therefore, we are not going to renege on this policy. We'll be very firm. Trust you me, we will enforce this policy. At least you can trust a former interior minister when they assure you that there will be enforcement. We will make sure that we have caught a few. We just intercepted some characters just last week, Alpha and our enforcement teams, and we are going to be very vigilant. We cannot allow Kenyan farmers to be exploited, and we cannot export our precious macadamia commodities at throwaway prices. I'm also aware the county government of Embu and other counties, county governments where macadamia is grown are also doing their part, as the DG has already said on behalf of the governor, and therefore this should be a collaborative approach. We need more concerted effort. We have a gap around extension facilities, extension services to farmers. One of the key enablers for transformation of agriculture is extension services. And between us and county government, the national government and county government should find a way to ensure that macadamia farmers get quality, timely extension services. We are working on budgetary support to our national government departments, that's in agriculture and AFA, to make sure they have enough resources to play this role.
Chitab Kalenjin kiiti yon en nguni loyab emet yaitunen ketesiet nebo Kass TV kobaten ibwat ile kotoige en nguni tutet noton nebo kengalal en bitab raini ak mheshimiwa inendet ko senator nekitoror ko inendet kora ko rubeiwotab nebo ngecheret en Parliamentary Service Commission Joyce Korir kotiengei ak ngalekab nyerset usisiet en korik noton bo GBV ngalekab finance bill testai en koito biikab emet kerenywan kibwat lake imuch kora kisirto en betutab raini kainutik kobot chebo commissioners kobot ngecheret en kibagengeit noton nebo IEBC ak kibagenge noton nebo kandoik ak bororiet tugul keusini kong yakwech tebutiet en oret nebo Facebook kemiten live yakwech swali neitindoi en oret nebo WhatsApp kora yakwech tebutiet asikomuch kesoman komakiwangu kainen ko Shadrack Mutai metwage kiweksei na Matian.